Your mouth, your ability to speak, the ability to express yourself, the ability to articulate will take you places. And I think SLIK TALK is a good example of that. So I've chosen him as a case study in terms of the 5 things that we can learn from how SLIK TALK has run his YouTube channel and how he has progressed to become infamous in this world of South African entertainment right now. Well, who's SLIK TALK, you may ask?
And then people still want to talk that he's just a YouTuber. That's all he'll ever be. He's just a YouTuber.
A lot of people know who he is right now because of this boxing match that has transpired between him and Cassper Nyovest, where he was beat down bad. He hardly threw a punch. But a lot of people have already broken down that particular fight, so I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritties and, you know, how deep the fight actually goes, right? Instead, firstly, I will try to extrapolate where exactly this thing started, him and Cassper Nyovest actually beefing.
Yeah.
And then what do you think about Cassper?
I think he's a terrible musician, but I think he's a good marketer.
Yeah. Business-wise, you can't fuck with him,
Yeah,
bro.
but in terms of the music, I haven't liked Cassper's music in over 7 years. There's nothing that Cassper will do musically right now that will impress me.
Ish.
Everything has been trash. Trash.
The album that had got really
Trash song.
No, man.
Trash.
The Father's Day song is amazing with Tepatuda.
Sorry to say this, but it was trash.
Yeah.
1 week later.
If it's not the worst, it's definitely top 3. The worst show ever. Cassper Nyovest is a terrible presenter. He did a terrible job on that show. I decided to watch the 𝐌𝐿𝐼 episode and I said, maybe that's the money shot. Maybe that's the one that's going to get the most views. And honestly, it was just a bad show.
They say that you are never too old to learn, nor are you too young to teach. So as much as SLIK TALK is 24 years old, there are a few things that I'd like to draw out and learn from this kid's approach to life and the way he does things. So SLIK TALK is basically a YouTuber. According to him, he's more than just a YouTuber. But what he definitely is not is this, right?
I'm one of the biggest media personalities out right now, and that is a fact.
And based on all the clout and fame that he's garnered recently, I think it's worth noting that he used the strategy, which is a marketing tactic that's good, particularly if you are on the YouTube platform. He used a marketing strategy called Famejacking. Famejacking, right? Using a prominent figure and a prominent person to actually grow, multiply your viewership, and actually establish your YouTube identity, establish your niche, and actually become profitable and someone who actually achieves a thing or two on the platform of YouTube. Whereby you put it on your platform, you use it positively, you garner some of their fans and you retain some of their fans, as some people are likely to like what you have to say about that particular person. Or even if they don't like what you have to say, they end up following you just by virtue of the dislike that they have specifically for you. SLIK TALK has done that tremendously well. You have to commend him for that, right?
It's like you just hate for the sake of hating. For the sake of hating.
Honest. My channel is based on honesty and accountability.
So this Famejacking style, it happened very positively for him because he started off with the likes of 𝐌𝐿𝐼, then he attacked a lot of celebrities, speaking what some people call facts, whereas it's just his opinion around certain aspects, particularly in terms of the celeb life of things, right? He speaks about prominent people, the likes of Bonang, the likes of, who's that rapper, 𝐌𝐿𝐼, the likes of now Cassper Nyovest. And through speaking about Cassper Nyovest, one of the most Googled people in the last 15 years in South Africa, obviously his clout was going to lead to real results. And besides a growing YouTube channel, the most important thing for him is that he's actually grown even from a financial standpoint, because he's been able to pay his fees regardless of the fact that he lost the boxing match against Cassper Nyovest. That was very tactical of him. That was very smart of him, and therefore that's a lesson that one can learn from him in this particular case. SLIK TALK had a goal. His goal was to draw attention from all these celebrities. After he's attracted them to his platform, he then capitalizes on that, right? And after he has done so, he tries to monetize it. Just pre the fight, or just prior to the fight, he openly admitted that he needs this money. He doesn't just want this money, he needs this money that he's going to get from the fight, right? The 100K that he was promised from the fight with the terms and conditions that were put. He openly said that. So as soon as Cassper Nyovest called him out on the fight, he accepted, knowing very well that he needs the money to pay off his bills. He makes examples of people doing much worse things for them to actually hustle and actually make a living in this world that we live in. He himself, he basically used this as an opportunity to pay his fees. He's doing his post-grad, I believe. He used it as an opportunity to pay his fees and basically set a milestone or a cornerstone for others to follow. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. You need to do what you have to do for you to prosper and for you to move forward. Now that money is not such an issue at this point in time, he can move on and start doing things in a much better way. Lost my balance. He can start doing things in a much better way. Let's move on to the next lesson. But yeah, hustle the way you need to hustle. His goal in this particular case was that once Cassper took the bait, then he monetized his strategy so that he could pay his fees. That was his overarching goal and his main objective.
Let me tell you something. I don't want this money. I need this money. That's the difference. I don't want it, I need it.
Then other goals then came whereby he increases his popularity, he grows his channel.
If you want to watch the fight, subscribe to SLIK TALK on YouTube, press the notification bell, and the fight will be immediately recommended to you. You'll be able to see the theme music, the entrance, everything. Subscribe to SLIK TALK on YouTube.
Yeah. Keep doing your thing, bro.
Go
subscribe to my channel. Balls, I have a podcast coming because people are asking me. Just go support.
Yeah,
I might have MacG as a guest. And Sol as a guest.
Dope, man. We support podcasters and we avail ourselves to any podcast.
Yeah, we gotta grow the industry, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
He sticks to his strategy because why change your working formula, right? Despite what people say, because a lot of people relate to him in that apparently he says what a lot of people think.
That's my crime with SLIK TALK. I don't have a problem with it, with the existence of a SLIK TALK. You know, I think being the older person that I am right now, I can understand why a person like that exists. He represents people who think like that.
And there are people who think like that, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that think like that. I mean, look at his likes, look at his views.
Yeah. You know? I think my audience is soldiers, man. Even if I do something that's fucked up, they ride with me. Like the Mbura video. They're going to keep watching. They're not going to disown me because of what I did. I make mistakes and I'm growing and I'm evolving. And they're growing with me.
Okay. It sounds like chillers. It sounds like you're talking about chillers. Because they call us out when.
Or
only me when I fuck up.
Because I remember when I dropped the Mbura video, one of them was like, it was like 2 minutes in. It's like, it's not too late to delete this.
I think I saw that.
Yeah. But I didn't though.
Hey, so you don't listen to your...
I listen, but you know, I'm always going to do what I have to do anyway.
Yeah. That's the big thing. He says what a lot of people think to the largest part. He's basically the voice and the vessel for those that don't have the guts and the prowess that he has in this particular case. So he had a goal and then he went for it. He found ways to achieve it. And then he basically went for it. So that's a big one for us, like particularly with us going into the new year, right? We are going to set goals that have an overall objective, that has an endpoint, that has a time frame, that we can monetize hopefully at the end of the day. And here, a young man is giving us his strategy around how to do it by simply speaking on camera and sharing what he thinks, because sometimes he even forgets what he says that is negative about other people.
You know, sometimes I forget. The thing is, sometimes I'm very petty, man. So there's gonna be times when I'm gonna talk about your music, but then there's gonna be times where I feel like calling you a pre-cum golden boy.
Oh yeah, you said that about who?
I don't even remember.
I remember you said that.
Well, he does it to get that attention, traction, clout, and to basically push his own agenda. Another thing that we can learn is his marketing strategy, which is something as it is that Cassper Nyovest is very good at. So you put the two minds together, right? Then they created this marketing havoc, this avalanche of a marketing strategy that made over 100,000 people watch online live as that boxing match was taking place.
What a night! What a night! What is it? 100,000 people watching live?
I mean, trash talking is a very popular strategy that boxers use, right? Think about Floyd Money Mayweather and his strategy. That's a main strategy that he used, right? Think about Paul Logan when he was going to fight Floyd Money Mayweather. Think about Conor McGregor. These people are not boxers, so SLIK TALK is no exception in that particular part. He just used the particular strategy and marketing strategies that he knew worked, right? To draw attention. Unfortunately, negative things draw more attention than positive things in the largest parts, right? Negative things garner more attention than positive things. So what Cassper Nyovest and SLIK TALK did was use their marketing genius and prowess to prosper. So I'm not saying that do the same. So I'm not saying create this negative energy around you for you to prosper from a social media perspective and from a traction perspective, right? But do find ways that are possible and positive for you to spread your message and actually impact the minds of people positively using such marketing strategies, right? That's all I'm saying. Another lesson that we can take is accountability. He openly lambasted Cassper Nyovest over and over and over again, even leading up to the fight. Well, as boxers do, they trash talk, of course. But prior to that, he actually said if Cassper Nyovest beats him, he will apologize on his platform.
The condition for me is if I get knocked out, I will never ever post a video about Cassper Nyovest ever again, and I will 100% apologize to him. But if I win, you know the vibes.
And obviously, because of the fame and status that Cassper Nyovest already has, it means that he'll be apologizing to a lot more people than when he was actually lambasting him and getting that little bit of clout and fame prior to the fight, right? But he apologized openly so. He actually bigged up Cassper's team, the management team, the professional level.
I want to give a big salute to Cassper Nyovest, his manager, and the whole of Bridging the Gap Entertainment for the level of professionalism.
And also how big Cassper Nyovest is as an entertainer, how big he is as an artist.
And I have to say, like, you never know how big Cassper Nyovest is until an event like that happens. I've been doing my videos for over 2 years. I've trended multiple times, but that was the first time ever that after an event like that, I'm getting calls from people that I thought were dead. I'm getting calls from niggas that I thought were dead because of Cassper Nyovest. That's how big this is, and I have to say I respect him for that.
He did that openly, and accountability is one thing that is missing in this country, right? It's one thing that is missing in this country, and if politicians would learn what accountability is, then here's SLIK TALK. He set the example, he set a tone for them to actually jump on the bandwagon and start being accountable in society. A young man, through his mistakes, through his flaws, has taught us the simple and basic principle of accountability. So that's an additional thing that I took from the video. Let's address the issue of self-confidence. SLIK TALK is overly confident. He does it, you can see it on screen. He speaks loud, he knows he's got this chipmunky, squeaky voice, but he screams loud and expresses himself, and he speaks this posh, eloquent English to the extent that he uses some bombastic words. And when he does that in such a way that he adds humor to it, he triggers some emotion because he may be speaking about your fave, or he just may be speaking about someone that you yourself have a similar opinion to, right? And it becomes relatable to you. It takes a lot of confidence to stand in front of a camera, whether it's in your isolated comfort zone, like he does in his bedroom, right? Where they always diss him about his background, the closet in his background, and all that, but he still does that. And having looked at his channel, he has about 92 videos now that have come out. So in other words, he's spoken his truth consistently for 92 videos. And that spans over a period of 2 to 3 years, right? And now, during this year of 2022, people have come and related to him. But where it starts is with the confidence to take up just your voice, speak in front of the camera, share your opinion about certain things, in his case about certain people, and then watch if people will come back and relate to you as a result of that approach that you chose. It also takes a lot of confidence to make fun of yourself, because the truth is he was mood. Guys, he was mood pretty bad. But he came back the next day while people thought that he probably quit this YouTube thing, or he probably changed the way in which he approaches things. He put out a 3-minute video where he was telling us how he's not going anywhere, he's not changing, and big ups to Cassper Nyovest.
For those thinking that my channel from now on is gonna be a sunshine and rainbow channel, happy-go-lucky channel, get the f out of here. If you're thinking SLIK Talk needs to humble himself, get the f out of here. I'm still gonna be giving smoke, and I'm still gonna keep the energy. I'm not gonna change my content because of anybody. It's still gonna be the way I am. I'm still gonna be providing smoke, niggas.
But also in the end, he made fun of himself, pretty much. It takes a lot of confidence to do that, to awaken just that self-confidence to say, you know what, let me pull an 8-mile strategy on them, right? They already watched the boxing match. They already know that I performed pretty badly. So how can I milk this situation and use it to my advantage? So what he did, instead of just keeping quiet, licking his wounds, and then resting on the laurels of the past views that he had garnered on YouTube, what he did was actually get back in front of the screen or in front of his phone, right? And then just push his agenda. His agenda, whereby if I can make fun of myself, then definitely I'll be allowed now to make fun of other people. It's just the manner and approach in which he does it. But it goes back to the issue of confidence, right? Only a confident person is able to do that, to make fun of themselves after they've been embarrassed in front of the entire world, right? And one thing I do know as it is that he doesn't like being embarrassed.
Can you drop a freestyle?
Why?
So we can creep you.
I'm not a rapper.
Hey, you're a lawyer, this one.
I'm not a rapper.
The lawyer, you can tell. It's a good answer.
Why would I rap if I'm not a rapper?
That's true, though.
Yeah.
That's true.
Just embarrassing myself. Nah.
Yeah.
Thank you for sticking around until the end. If there was some value that you gained from here, kindly subscribe, like, share, and press the notification bell. On my side, all I can say is that I have taken something and I've applied it. I mean, the most watched video on this channel is the one where I speak about MacG and how he seized the moment when he was at the pits of that 𝐷𝐿𝐷 saga, right? And that in and of itself is famejacking, right? But it's something that unfortunately us YouTubers have to do. If you look at the vast array of YouTube channels that exist on this platform, particularly in the South African context, they are concentrated a lot around current news and what's happening right now, right? People will take a simple Twitter post and then come paste it here on YouTube and then do a voiceover for a minute or two around that particular thing. Of course, it serves its purpose because it informs us, but they don't necessarily give off their voice at the end of the day. So there's a lot of value that sits here where, because you don't know who I am, you are likely not to watch the videos. But if you subscribe and you press the notification bell, you basically get more value because you'll know all the time what I post and when I post it. And then if you actually take 2-3 minutes of your time to go through some of my content, then you'll know that there is value that sits here. But thank you nonetheless, and it starts with you. Cheers.
Because time tells everything. If you're dope, you're going to be dope in the next 50 years. But if you're not, you're going to fall away.
I like that.
Yeah.
Fuck, you smart. This nigga smart. Bro, I didn't know you this smart, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's actually smart, yeah.
Bro, you did law.
yeah, I did law. I did a BA, I finished it. I did a industrial psychology honors, and now I'm finishing my LLB.
This motherfucking you 24.
Collecting the degree. Damn. You're 24?
Yeah.
Hey.
These two only have matric.
The only degree we know is when we get a burn.
Yeah, third degree.
Some people knew who SLIK TALK was before this boxing match, but after this boxing match, a lot of things changed.